No, it's a wonderful story how he came to India. He came to India via Chennai. He was there for some time, and again he came up to Calcutta, and slowly he's now come up over here to Nagaland. Such an interesting story, but I don't think we have the time. But then Bryan is an experienced. He's also been working the film industry for maybe nearly around 8 years or more, if I'm not mistaken. He has worked in film sets in Chicago with various directors, various films like Batman or others. And he's come here with a heart to serve, Amen. With a heart to teach. Amen. And we are so glad to have him here because he's been really a blessing to us, and he will be a blessing to us and to you all, I believe. So really we want to learn as much as we can, so all you can. He'll be teaching us about acting, about drama, about filming. So let us get to know everything we can from Bryan.
You know, I came here to teach and to serve, but more to serve. Because I believe everyone's a teacher. You know, like I want to learn from you guys, just like you can learn from me. And I don't want it to seem like, I'm teaching you something, amazing about acting or film. It's just something you may have not seen or heard because you may have not been exposed to it. Just like I've never been exposed to the fashion of Kohima. You know what I mean? It's something new to me. It's something I can take back with me. The styles of Kohima. But truthfully, what I think God sent me here more was to inspire you. To inspire you to become great artists, great filmmakers, great actors, great singers, because you're not going to learn everything you know in this session. It's a lifetime of learning. I'm still learning so much, but I'm still hungry to learn. And I want that hunger in you to be greater, so you have more of a desire to learn, to be great, to take from other artists, from other cultures, things like that, okay? So to start off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey in film, okay? And I want to say, well, Bon put you guys on the spot, didn't he? By putting on the production today. Your faces dropped when he said that, so it's okay. But, similar to Nagaland, the community I'm from is more of a singing community. Everybody can sing, everybody can dance, everybody plays an instrument. That's acceptable, okay? So at a young age, I think I was maybe 6 or 7, my uncle took me to see a film at midnight, this huge theater. And I saw this amazing film called Do the Right Thing. And I said, I want to do that. But I didn't know what that was. I thought the actors made the films, so for years, I just considered, I want to be an actor because actors are filmmakers. And yeah, they are filmmakers because they play a part in making the film, but I never knew exactly my purpose in filmmaking because there's so many aspects of filmmaking. Just like there's so many aspects of music. You guys understand? So my journey as an artist began at that time, and over the next few years, I learned that filmmaking wasn't accepted where I'm from, because nobody had really done it before. 60, 70 years before, there were some serious actors from where I'm from, Gene Hackman, Dick Van Dyke, these guys, but in my generation, nobody had done it. Nobody had done it in my parents' generation. So for me to say I'm going to be a filmmaker, that's like me saying I'm going to the moon. They weren't really accepting to that. If I would have said, hey, I want to be a singer or dancer or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, this is how you do it, because we've seen examples. But at a young age, I understood I'm going to have to make this trail myself. For my whole community, I got to make this trail. Nobody's going to accept what I want to do. Nobody's going to support what I want to do because they've never seen it done firsthand. Everybody on TV, to them, is distant, it's far away. They had something special. So for somebody they've never seen do it, it's unattainable. Kind of like Nagaland. Nobody really has broke through in film. Nobody's really broke through. There's a lot of musicians, brilliant singers. So if you say you want to be a singer, whatever, okay, this is how you do it. But just like you guys, I'm from a community where acting, film directing, cinematography wasn't really pushed. Okay, so I began writing, but I didn't really know how to write. I knew how to make dialogue, but I didn't know how to format a script. I didn't have a video camera, I had a tape recorder. So I used to walk around with a tape recorder talking about what I see. That was my first step into filmmaking. See, again, filmmaking has many different aspects. Not just acting, directing, it's writing too. That was my first step in writing. taking a tape recorder and talking about what I see, what I hear, what everybody else is doing. That was the first step in filming. So that's what I did for years. I walked around with a tape recorder, okay? I met a writer later on, about 12, 13 years old, and he said, hey man, why don't you write poetry? I said, man, I could do that. So I started writing a lot of poetry. I started writing songs. But I would still have to write in secret. I would still have to write in secret. Because my poetry, my songs are more about, I have more of a film style to it. And again, that was not accepted where I was from. So everything was secret. I was winning awards as a teenager in secret. I would mail in my work, and they would have these big functions where I was the winner. I wouldn't show up. They would just mail the award to my house. That was my journey. This secretive hunger to be a film director, but not even knowing what that really was. Not even knowing what that really was. I just had the hunger inside me. I learned later on, about 17, 18, that a film director is a person who directs the actors, who takes a script and makes it life. But how do I do that? I had no idea. Now, I was a very serious athlete. Actually, this shirt is my old baseball uniform from high school. Very serious, and that's where I got my acceptance. And when I say acceptance, I mean everybody, every city, every state knew who I was because I was an athlete. For me to say I'm a film director was embarrassing. To me to say I'm a writer was embarrassing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I got my acceptance from sports. Now, film directing, writing was my heart. It was my passion. That's where my growth was coming from, but it was all hidden. Now, what comes after high school? College. Okay, I wanted to study film. I wanted to study cinema. But I couldn't tell anybody that. I couldn't say, hey, I want to be a filmmaker. They're like, but you're getting scholarships to play football. What do you mean? What do you mean film? College in the States is expensive. Sometimes $30,000, $40,000 a year. So for me to say I'm going to be a filmmaker, that's me telling my parents, hey, I need $150,000. Give it to me now. When I'm saying I already got it, I can do this for free, and a professional career making millions of dollars is ahead of me. So me telling my whole community, whose hopes were all in me, saying I want to be a filmmaker was like insanity to them. It was a slap in the face. Because through my athletic career, they were right there developing me. So for me to say, hey, I'm going to make films, it's disrespectful to everybody. Disrespectful to everybody. You guys understand what I'm saying? So now what? I'm winning these awards writing in secret. I'm developing as a film director in secret, watching movies and studying them in a different way in secret. But my real life was athletics, church, things of that nature, you know. But even I wanted to make films for Christ even. But I was still too embarrassed to tell anyone. To tell even my parents. Because they looked at it from a financial standpoint. You can't be a filmmaker. There's no future in that. You're not going to be able to support yourself. You guys understand what I'm saying? Do this, do that, and you'll be all right. Make it a hobby. Make it a hobby. Long story short, I went away to school to play ball. The whole time I was playing ball, it was with a real crew, nothing. This network that offered me this production deal said, hey, there's this other film director, you know, we want you to partner with him. And I was like, yeah, cool, I can teach him some things, I can do that. He was like 20 years older than me, so much experience. But you know how good God is. For the next year, this human being walked me through how to be a filmmaker. While we were making this film, he walked me through how to write. He walked me through how to work with actors, how to crew up everything. He walked me through it. But this is what he didn't do. He didn't steal my creativity. He just talked to me about the technical side, the formatting side of a script. He never took my creativity. And the cool thing about him, he knew I was better than him. And he just wanted to nurture me. See, the sad thing about certain film schools is they take your creativity and say, you got to do it like this. See, what we're going to do today is not that. I want to see your creativity today. But we're going to try to format it in a way, we're going to structure it in a way where it's targeted. Because right now, everybody in here, your creativity is exploding all over the place. We want to channel it so you now can complete projects. We want to find your place in film. Whether it's cinematography, you know, director, writer, whatever, because there's many jobs. We want you to find your place. As an actor, we want to find your strengths. The best actors in the world are what? Multi-dimensional. They can do many things, but they still have their strengths. Certain roles are not for them. Denzel Washington, I think is the best actor in the world, okay? But there's certain things he can't do. He knows his strengths, okay? Kohima, why not? Why can't this be a film hub? It's already a music hub, right? It's a fashion hub, right? Why can't it be a film hub? Why can't Kohima be like, that's a film city. They pump out the best actors, the best crew. If you want to learn, if you want to find the best people, go there. The best people, okay, listen. Do you know in the States, the best athletes come from a certain location? The best musicians come from a certain location because they're nurtured here. From a young age, they start developing. Detroit, music. Chicago, basketball. Florida, you guys understand what I'm saying? Kohima could be that place if you're hungry. Because somebody's going to give it to you. Some of you are already in art. Some of you are already great artists. Okay? But nobody gives it to you. Nobody gives it to you. Learn as much as possible. We live in the information age. We live in the information age. I was telling Obama, I said, man, listen. We was talking about Guy Ritchie earlier, this director out of the UK, who's a genius. I said, man, send him an email. Send him your portfolio and say, hey, I'll work for free. Just let me work on your set. Let me learn. That's what I did. Once I found out that after I did my film that I was still nothing, I said, okay, let me refocus. Let me get my hunger back. I will work for free to learn. Sometimes I got to work a job and work for free because I still got to support myself when I'm on this film set in New Zealand, Chicago, wherever. I still want to work. I want to develop because I want more. I want more. I was blessed. I am blessed. But I was really blessed to have film directors, writers, whatever, say, hey man, let me show you how to do this. See, the people in this room can really be the jump start to the Kohima film movement. The people in this room. See, this meeting right now can just be a story you guys tell a few years from now. Remember when we met at that studio, and now you guys are all over the place doing your thing? Seriously. Seriously. I'm going to be honest with you. I turned 30 in 3 days. But when I was 22, 23, man, we had a really nice group of singers, actors, models, writers, film directors, really just running around Chicago as starving artists. Really just running around. And it's amazing turning on the television and saying, oh, yeah, I used to run around with her. She just won a Grammy. Oh, this guy in this commercial, yeah, that's my home. We were nothing. We used to, if there was free pizza given out, we used to say, hey man, there's free pizza over here, let's go. I'm serious. But now we're all developing, and now what? Oh, for example, I'm going to tell you this. When I leave here, I got a meeting in Mumbai with the biggest entertainment agency in the world, CAA Quan. A young man of God who I used to run around with when I was 23, he just got a job as an agent. He called the office, hey, this guy Bryan in India, hey, you should meet with him. That's like the guy who just did, what's that film, Barfi? What's that, the people, they're all going to be at this meeting because they want to meet me. I came here on the whim, I had no plans. I had no plans. But you know what, I stayed hungry. I stayed hungry. I asked Bryan earlier, I said, man, what do you want to do? He said, I want to make films. I was like, then make them. You guys have cameras here. You guys have actors here, make them. Write your own stuff. Do it. There's nothing holding you back except laziness, except fear, except doubt. That's it. That's it. I'm from a community similar to Nagaland. Very similar. You guys have no excuses. In reality, no excuses. Do it. Do it. Be great. So today, we're going to watch some videos, not necessarily to teach you, but just to reveal to you something you may not have seen before. To reveal to you a style you may not have seen before. Like I said earlier, if I was studying fashion, you guys could say, hey, let me show you this stuff in Nagaland. If I was studying music, you could say, hey, let me show you this. You may not have seen this before. You could learn something. See, I'm not above you guys. I'm showing you a different style. That's it. I may structure some things for you so you know what exactly to do and what not to do. But really, we're all just here to learn from each other. Agreed? So let's take on that mindset that everybody's a teacher. But we all have to be teachable. Okay? All right. See, at that time in film, everything was extremely dramatic. Extremely dramatic. Okay? And, theater actors, they have to be very dramatic. Because there's no music. There's no entertaining, scenes that they can match with, so they got to be really dramatic with the acting. This day and age in film and television, you don't really see that too much more. Like with the acting. This day and age in film and television, you don't really see that too much more. You don't really see that too much more. Because they try to be as natural as possible. The thing about acting is, the best films is when I forget it's a film. I'm like, oh, that was a film. Like, you may see a film about a biography film, and you forget that you're looking at an actor playing that person because the person played it so well. The person played it so well. See, when we were talking about the script, I said, it's got to be in English. We should definitely do the script in English. And then I thought about it and said, well, we want you guys to sound as natural as possible. Even with the dialogue, we keep saying, would they say it like this in Nagaland? Because I want it to be natural. I want people to forget this is a film, that we're looking at actors. We want it to be as real as possible. We want it to be as real as possible. See, as actors, no matter with this film or a future film, even a big budget film in Bollywood, Hollywood, whatever, you may get the script and on set, you may go to the director and say, hey, listen, this line doesn't sound real, it doesn't sound natural. Can I say it like this? He or she may say yes or no, but the thing about an actor is trying to pull it off as best you can. Don't let people see you acting. Make it real. Make it real. See, again, you guys may not be able to write 300-page scripts. You might not be able to do that. But you can take a line and rearrange it to make it sound more real. Even if it's one word. Just like we talked about, even if you got to say a line in Nagamese, what sounds better, what looks better for the film? That's really responsibility of yours as an actor. Because we don't live with you guys. We can't see everything you can do, so you got to show us everything you can do. You have to show the director everything you can do. Say, hey, listen, you know why some big budget stars do small films? So they can show their versatility. They can show their versatility. They can say, hey, listen, I just got paid $20 million for this. I'm going to get paid $2,000, but in this, I can show what I can really do. I can show what I can really do. See, right now in Kohima, you guys have an opportunity to show what you can really do. Even as actors, you can write a script, take it to either of these men or anybody, say, hey, listen, I got this script, I want you to read it. I want you to read this short film or this feature-length film. I wrote it. It's an original script. So you guys have a golden opportunity that you're not really taking advantage of. See, just like I rounded up some guys, some girls to do a film. I mean, we rounded you guys up in 2 days, 3 days. And I'm not from here. Well, Bong's not your age. He couldn't call you guys, hey, what are you doing? You guys know each other. You guys know friends. You know what I mean? Listen, pitch. I still have to pitch my projects. And if I have an actor attached, great. Great.
Very emotive, very emotional, very dramatic. There's mood, atmosphere created by the actors, and it's all fashion also. But say like you were saying that okay, that's how it's been done. But what could we learn from it? What should we learn from it? And how should we apply it to the modern acting? The thing we just saw.
Okay. Acting wise, the older woman, that wasn't her natural voice. Okay? She directly wanted you to hear the pain in her voice. Because that's what the scene called for. Pain. Pain. The thing about Nagaland that I've seen is everybody's kind of monotoned with everything. Okay? Even with the film we're going to shoot now, we're going to need emotions. A lot of passion. I was going to wait till we actually started reading, going over the physical aspects of doing it, to go over that part. Because I wanted you to do it right after I said it. But I'm glad you stopped me. The passion. Every character, see, there was a woman in that short that had no lines. She was at the kitchen table just looking, but you could still see the pain on her, just from her expressions. Just from her expressions. See, you guys are very expressive in your clothes. You need to be expressive here, with your movements, everything. Expressive. Because there was no music in the background. There was a lot of dead air. But just the movements, the passion of people let you know the story. See, that's a long film. That's not a short film. That's a 2-hour film. But in that clip, he was like, this is a pretty heartfelt film. I know what's going on. It's pretty passionate. See, in all your acting, you got to be able to deliver, the mood. The mood. I'm going to say something quick about the African American community. That's the difference from India. When I got here, after being here a couple months, we were at a fellowship, and a guy started laughing at me for no reason. I said, "What's so funny?" He said, "Man, every time you tell a story, you're so expressive." See, when they tell a story, they sit down and say, "Oh, this happened, that happened." Where I'm from, when we tell a story, we go, "Man, let me tell you what happened, man." And we walk through it, "Man, he did like this, and then he went." I mean, that's normal. That's very normal. You guys need to be that way. You guys need to be that way. You don't need to be that way in your normal lives. But for the film, you gotta have expressions. Really strong expressions. And you gotta practice that in the mirror, if necessary. Practice it in the mirror. Practice it in the mirror. But passion, expression. Okay? Anybody got any questions, comments? Again, passion without necessarily dialogue. And he's not over-exaggerated like before, but you can still see the passion in his face. Watch. Okay, Will Smith is actually the highest grossing actor in the States. Okay, highest grossing actor. He said, "Thank you, yes sir." But the movement of his lips, the movement of his eyes, the movement of his body, it was acting. See, in this clip, it was a lot of music that helped tell the story. But he didn't have the ability. He didn't have the option to say, "Oh, I'm sad, I'm hurting." We had to see it. We had to see it. He said, "Thank you, yes sir, no sir." But you still knew what was going on with him. See, we saw some tears, but you can cry for anything. You can cry because somebody punched you, tears of joy, tears of pain. Can they be able to tell without you saying words why you're crying? Are you that good of an actor to say, "Okay, you know what? I'm going to be able to communicate without words, non-verbal communication"? It's just an aspect of acting. See, I'm challenging you guys. I'm challenging you guys to go deeper. See, you may even catch some flack in the Kohima community. But that's because they've never seen it before. They've never seen it before. See, there's a recipe for films in Kohima. People love comedies in Nagaland, that's what I was told. A lot of comedies. I want to see some drama, dramatic stuff, passion, hurting. I want to see all that. And you guys have the ability to do it. You have the ability to do it. Be a storyteller. Be a storyteller. Just like I gave an example of how in my community we move around so much to tell the story. The mood of the story determines our movements. It determines our movements. My expression determines the mood. You guys can do that. It's a part of being an actor. It's a part of being an actor, actress. you know, before I came here, I saw a music video that she did. To be able to communicate a feeling without words. To communicate a feeling. And we were talking, I said, man, if this was on mute, if we put the television on mute, would we know what's going on? Would we know what's going on? Have you ever tried to relay a message to someone without speaking to them? Just by showing emotion? The way you walk, the way you move, whatever. Acting. You're acting. In the States, we actually got a word from it. She drama, he drama. It's acting. Drama queen, drama king. Listen, you guys need to be drama kings and drama queens in reality, not you, Obama. The rest of you need to be drama kings and drama queens. I encourage you to, on your own time. Now listen, practice. These films are on YouTube, guys. You can watch these and learn. Watch them over and over, but dig deeper. Look at films from different countries, because everybody's got their own style, just like you guys are developing your own style in film. Kohima's style of filming. Some of you are going to break barriers in this room. You're going to break barriers. In front of the camera and behind the camera and on paper, you're going to break barriers. I'm excited for you guys. I'm really excited for you guys. Okay, we're going to watch one more video because I don't want to keep you too long. Let your creativity flow. Anyone that was at Pastor Sean's church Sunday morning, he said the same thing. Listen, he wants an uprising of creativity. Almost shouted in the back. I was like, yeah. It was right on the point. It was right on money. Man, dude, dig deeper. See, this lighting here. If this was me, I'd say, well, how about red lighting? I mean, just to try it. Can you listen? You know what? Can you imagine a color nobody's ever seen? It doesn't have a name. But can you imagine a color nobody's ever seen? Do you dig that deep into your creativity? A storyline that's never been done? An emotion that people have not yet seen? I've never seen anybody act like that. How did she do that? How did he do that? How did he think of that? If this was, I don't know, man, 80 years ago, and you walked out with blue pants and high heels, like, how did she think of that? Blue pants? What? Man, be before your time. Be ahead of your time. Be ahead of your time. I'm challenging you guys. I'm trying to inspire you guys to go for it. Whether in front of the camera, behind the camera, writing, any aspect of it. Man, go deeper, man. Dig deeper. Don't be so reserved. Don't be so reserved. You know what? I live a very orderly lifestyle. My integrity is very important to me. You guys understand what I'm saying? But I try to dig deep creatively. My walk with Christ is the most important thing in my life. But God created us. God is a creative being. We should be creative. We should be creative. And it's really a slap in the face to Him that we're not. That we're not. God's children can't be creative? That's silly. That's almost stupid. But there's a fear there of what people are going to think. What people are going to say. You know what? I'm going to come back to Nagaland soon. Between now and then, I'm expecting to see some really cool work done. It could be television, theater, or film. Short or feature length. Music, whatever. I want to see some really awesome creativity. But especially in the film aspect. Acting and directing. Lighting, the whole nine. I don't want to hear you guys don't have equipment. I don't want to hear that. There's people doing a lot more with a lot less. In a lot smaller villages. All over the world. Every city in America is not big. There are a lot of poor people. And one of the best film directors we was talking about earlier, Quentin Tarantino, we talked about, I don't think he graduated high school. He made films in his garage. Now he's doing the best films on earth. But that's the norm. That's the norm. I'm encouraging you guys to go for it. Alright? About, you have anything?
Do we see another one or two movies?
You want to see more?
I mean, like...
The guy in orange was a serial killer. And the guy that killed him He killed the guy's wife and put her head in a box and told him he did it. And we saw, of course, that's not normal. But now we got to be able to see the emotion of someone who goes through that. I hope you never have to experience that, but we were able to see emotion that was pretty convincing of someone that experienced that. See, so when I watch that, I forget it's a movie. I'm like, it sucks, man. His wife's head in the box. It's terrible. Because the acting is so good. See, when people get to live through movies, they get to live through it. Will they believe you? Will they believe you? You understand what I'm saying? If your parents watched the film you did, will they forget it's you doing that? Or they'll be like, he's terrible. He's terrible. Yeah, that's the whole point of it. We watched a lot of dramatic things today. But the whole point is, the whole premise is art. See, the kind of art I do is art that reflects real life. That's what I do. That's what I like. Okay? Even as a man of God, my whole Christian walk is just real. Like, I don't try to be a typical church guy. That's not my style. It's all about being real. You know, you guys have a golden opportunity to be trailblazers in the Kohima. To be trailblazers. And I want you to take this seriously. Not too seriously. Because it's still just art. You know, I don't want you guys to get depressed. But I want you to take it seriously as, you know what, I want to change the world through my art. I want to show people things they could never see. Nobody's really can ever see that kind of expression, that kind of emotion from that situation. You have the opportunity to do that. Okay? All right, you guys want to watch some more or you want a tea break?
Can you see some of your work?
You're just a piece. You're just a piece. That's why I made the comment that sometimes big Hollywood stars, they do small films. They do really small films so they can show a different side. They can show their real style. You guys take this opportunity seriously. Take it very, very, very seriously. That you get an opportunity to do something really great. You guys understand? Tea or no? Tea?
Yeah, it's going on.
Okay.
I'd just like to say something more. Like, see, Bryan mentioned something called pitch. Pitching your work, pitching your script, pitching your acting. So pitching means like to present, to push your script, to push your idea, to present to the whoever, producer or whoever, you know, is going to help you or stuff like that. But I would like to encourage you also to, if you have got ideas, if you've got scripts, if you've got stories, you bring your ideas. Let's work it together. Perhaps you can come and work together, or perhaps you could use the equipment and do your drama or your script, your stories. So I invite you also, once we get a little bit, we get a little bit knowledgeable and we get to do some project this time, then bring your ideas also in the future. And we also want to be doing more. We want to be doing continuously. So that we learn. As we do only, we learn, this in our art, in our field. So like, see, what we are doing this time, I'll just tell a little bit. We have a script on drama called True Love Waits. It's that same concept, True Love Will Wait. It's, the script is a very narrative script. As the actors are speaking, the story happens. And so there's a lot of drama. You have to express visually, you have to be very expressive.
Possible financiers about a biblical film I wrote. Okay? The pitch meeting, I'm going to walk into an office. There's going to be maybe 4 or 5 humans who make the decision, who decide if I get $500,000 for my film, $100,000, it all varies. Okay? And I got to come in there, and in one line, I should be able to tell them the story, what the story's about, and then be able to communicate to them why they should invest, why it's going to sell. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that pitch will be harder than the pitch with Yvonne. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to ask him for $500,000. You understand what I'm saying? So you can say, hey, you know, I got this idea, I got these actors, so on and so forth. You know, that pitch, hopefully it takes one day, you know, because we've been going back and forth for the last 2-3 months, you know, but again, the reality is they say, okay, we'll give you $500,000, but we don't want it to be about Jesus. Can you take Jesus out? And that's when the battle ensues. Because like I said, I don't own it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't own it. Or I can give blood and raise the money myself. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You guys have a golden opportunity to be able to do some really good work here. Because you're going to find that in music too. You're going to find that in music too. That the finances, whatever producers, whoever says, okay, we'll give you this, but it comes with a cost. Now I believe God, they're going to say, hey, yeah, here's the money, go for it. Don't change anything, just, yeah, final cut. All the decisions are yours. It's going to be, that'd be wonderful, but that's a pitch meeting. You know, you're going to come in here, you may call Obama and say, hey, can we set a meeting for Tuesday at 12? You know, you go in there, maybe you by yourself or your friends and say, hey, sometimes you may just have an idea. What do you think about this idea? Sometimes you may have a short synopsis. The script's not ready. Hey, check this out. Sometimes you may have a script. Hey, read this. And then you guys work together developing it. You understand what I'm saying? That's a pitch meeting. He may say, what do you need from me? You say, okay, I need cameras. Can you provide the cameras? Because I already have a cast and crew. Or I need cameras and crew. I need lighting. You guys understand what I'm saying? That's a pitch meeting. It's where you pitch your idea. Take advantage, man. Take advantage. All right. Is it tea time? That's the third time I've asked that. Tea time? He's like, I'm the best. I'm better than Denzel.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just acting our own
Yeah, just acting. It's cool.
Just like you're in your church or wherever. Yeah.
The Lord of gifts has given me this much gifts.
And me, look at it. I got this much back.
Mine is better. I think I'll save it for myself. You just go
Why?
on way.
Don't you want to share with others?
No. You just go. I'm going to save it. Please go away.
Okay.
Hey,
If you don't want to.
what you're holding?
This is some gift. See, it's
Gifts?
wonderful. I can bounce it.
Really? Can I have some?
No, wait.
Please!
Oh,
Please!
no,
Can I have some?
no.
Please, I beg you, please.
Oh, no.
Please!
Please go. You can go.
Come on, please!
Dear, look at them.
What?
You're so good.
Hey, hi. Can I have some, the gift? Yeah.
Yes, you can show. Why not? You can
Okay.
play with it and you
Okay.
can even. Yes, take it.
Thank you. Wow. This gift is nice.
Look! What happened to mine? Look, I got more bigger.
I didn't
My
share with
gifts.
anyone.
It's expanding, increasing. Just go.
I can save it for myself, please.
Oh no.
What happened?
Oh, hey. What's in your hand?
These are my gifts.
Can you please have
Oh
some?
no, wait there. Look
Oh,
how
please,
small
it's so
it is.
beautiful. Please give me
No,
some.
no, way, no.
Oh, just another. Hey, please, what's in your hand?
These are my gifts.
Can you please give me some?
Why not? You want it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Beautiful.
take it.
Thank you. Wow, it's so beautiful gift.
Oh my, what's wrong? I didn't share with anyone. Look at
Come
that.
on, why don't you share with
No,
anyone?
No way, I'm going
Come
to
on.
save. See, it's small, already small. I'm not going to share with anyone.
When you share with others, it
No
goes on
way.
increasing. Why
no
not?
way, no way. You go on your own way, please.
Okay, if you don't want to.
Hello. What's that in your hand?
This is my gift, and no way I'm going to share with you. Just
Please, can I have some?
no.
What's that in your hand?
These are my gifts.
Can I have some?
Sure. Which part?
This part.
Take it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, where did it go? Oh my God, where did it go?
Oh, look!
Did you take mine?
No way.
Then where did I have this much? Where did it go?
See, I've been sharing with others, and it goes on increasing. Why don't you take some from me? Would you like to?
Okay, please.
Yes.
you. Next time I'll share with you.
Sure.
It was very good. With the gentleman, you were really good with your voices, showing that you're desiring something, but I didn't really see it here, and I didn't see it, with the complete movements, and in church plays, it's really projecting your voice, and you don't have to be conscious of the camera at all. You don't have to be conscious of the lighting. You're free to roam in church plays and theater. You're just free. In film or in television, you're always conscious of the camera because you're not doing it for a live audience. You're doing it for the camera, pretty much. That's your audience right there. So. Did he say how beautiful I was? That guy's handsome! I would definitely say, because you didn't do a bad job, I'm just trying to transition you into a film. Conscious of the camera and conscious that there's no live audience. That you can actually say, hold on, stop, let me do that again. I didn't really feel that. Because as he was filming, because there's a camera rolling, you didn't notice it. You didn't even pay attention to it. So you came in, you turned your back to the camera. See, actors for film, television, they're always conscious of this. It's like we're out of shot, we gotta come back this way. You're conscious of it. And again, the only thing of the acting wise, I would just say, whole body. Top of your head to the soles of your feet. Acting. Not just your voice, not just your face, the entire body. But man, it was, for live, that was really good. I was really impressed. So just be conscious of the camera, acting from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, letting everybody see. Because again, if nobody said anything, would we have known what's going on? Would we have known the passion, would we have known that you want something? That you didn't want to give something? Would we have known that? Would we have known the emotion without the voice? There's a mute button on television, that's why I say mute. If there was no words, we just zipped, but they said, oh, she feels this, he feels that way. That's the only thing as far as the acting wise, but in film, just be conscious of the camera, be conscious of the lighting, things like that. And again, television camera, you can say, okay, let me stop. I didn't feel that. And someone can stop you. No one can stop you live when you're in front of a church or a theater or whatever. You just got to go with it. With this, you can stop. Say, okay, what did I do wrong? What's better? But the problem with that is when you stop, you got to get right back into character. That's the only thing in film. You got to be able to jump right back into it, even exactly the way you were before. You can't say, oh, let me just switch it up. No. Exactly where you were before. Go right back into it. But it was good. It was really good. I'm impressed. Okay. Is anybody else perform?
That's right. You're asking gift like that, but the way you came in, hey, something, hello, something you didn't express nicely also. Hey, something like that. Your voice was not that okay with the acting and so on, right? And I love the way her character was like something very useful. You're using it. So see, let the crowd feel it. Wow, that is something attractive, kind of like me too. I feel like taking like that. Nah? So like on the other side, you are hiding only. What you're doing, we can't see from the back side, right? It's like this. You can do both things here. It is better. Half of the, 75% of the person you give to the audience like that, and then show something. Like for example, like there is a camera. A lot of people I'm talking to you. Like a lot of people are so conscious about the camera. Don't do like that. The camera will keep rolling. They'll capture us. The only thing we have to do is like, hi, how are you? I feel like meeting you. Just like that kind of thing. You have to express in such a way, but we never say, I love you, what are you doing, I am going home, something like that. We have that artificial character, but we should feel very free. Say like our brother told, we can give it a cut, we'll do it again. Like, is that good? Well, I was doing like this. You can bring 2-3 styles in a way. Who knows that the person who was a gift might be very kind of like a person who envies you or like envies that theme. So you have to show that character like that, in the theater and so on. But when it comes to camera, I don't know exactly. But I think we have got our own style.
In this camera, you have to be more intense.
Yeah.
Not so moving too much, but intense, and then if you move too much, then you'll go out of the frame, camera frame, right? So camera frame is just एकटा जगहै থাকিব আৰু তাতে অলপ হিলিব লাগে না আৰু your expressions are very important. And then we have usually lighting भी एकटा जगहै থাকিব, camera भी एकटा जगहै থাকিব, মানে you don't have to move out too much, but more of expression and also go ahead.
So like our brother Bryan was telling about, we also are a learner, but I grew up in a stage like acting only in theaters only, and I don't know much about the films, but I think I have done some 1-2 film kind of thing, actually like just same old camera kind of thing only, not the real films. We've got a real big budget movies are quite different than what we are. So like what he was telling about the way Nagas we do is like there is emotions. There are 2-3 type of emotion. A friend of mine has passed away, so some people come and then they just cry a lot, like that only now. But some people they don't cry, but they show some emotions, saying like they have got a character. Yeah, same. One person will come, he will just cry. My emotion is, I won't do like that. My style of crying is like, I just want to express something like, who is that? Will Smith's character. That person who is so happy, got a job, and then he can't express. So just, we in Nagas too, we won't be doing, oh really? Wow, we will be doing like that. Huh? Our acting is all the time is like that, okay? But the way he's happy is like, kind of like, he can't express, he can't keep it. There's tears of joy is coming out. Like there are a lot of things we need to practice this. And as we go on rolling, or like as we keep on acting and day after day, I think we'll be coming to learn a lot of things. That's what I wanted to share.
Oh, nice.
Carol, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm so good.
Hey, have you watched the movie Barfi?
Barfi? Which movie?
That movie, the new one.
Which new? Who's the actor?
It's something like Ranbir Kapoor or something.
Oh,
like
yes.
That. Have you watched that?
He's
Yes,
very
nice,
cool.
huh?
Yes, I like that movie. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The actress Priyanka, she is so good with the acting.
No, which one? I'm confused with the actors. The one who's a bit mental?
Yes.
Or that one?
Yeah. I loved her.
her
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
It's good.
She's so good. Hey, just a minute now.
Alright.
Hey, hello? Okay. Yeah, party. Wow. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. 2 minutes? Alright. Yeah, see you. Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, no, just some friends calling.
Okay.
Hey, can we just meet later?
What?
Some of my friends call, they want to meet me, this party, so
Can I come?
I'm so sorry, but just the private party, so just the invitees,
Alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so 2 minutes. Let's see. Wow, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. They're coming in Audi, I think. Right. What's up? Why aren't they coming? What's the time? Okay, it's almost 2 minutes out. Okay, what's up? Yeah, why aren't they coming? Now I have to wait. Is my dress is fine? Are my nails fine? My shoes, my dresses are fine. Why aren't they coming?
Charlotte, hi.
Hey, hi.
I came to pick up something, but where are your friends?
I don't know, they say they're coming, but still no news. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed.
They're coming, right?
They say they're coming, but they're not. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed with them.
It's okay. Till then, I'll hang out with you. What do you say?
Oh, will
Is it
you?
okay for you, or should I come back later on?
If you want to stay, then that's fine. You didn't mind?
Yeah, I don't mind. I
I'm
love
so
to spend time
sorry.
with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad you're my friend.
Yeah, me so do I.
I'm such a fool, sometimes I them, you know, the Audi and the dresses, the party and everything. But oh man, thank God you're my friend. You're such a true friend. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was good.
Before, but to be quite honest, almost the exact same critiques. I can tell that was a play. That it wasn't a film script or even television. You know, your movements, your expressions were for a live audience, similar to theirs. You know, and it's almost like I can tell you were waiting, subconsciously waiting for the crowd to give you something, some kind of reaction. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't, you weren't doing it for a film, you were doing it for a live audience. You know what I mean? And the acting was really good, but again, just like Theo was the same, expressions, you know, and we try to make it as real as possible, you know.